Torque rise. So when we take a look at torque rise, it's the amount of torque that the engine can produce above the manufacturer's rated amount of torque. Most manufacturers will rate their engine, let's say for an example, at 500 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a nominal number. But what ends up happening is when the engine lugs down, that's when we put a big heavy wagon behind it. We're in a lower gear, the RPM's lower. We end up creating more rejected heat from the engine because the engine's working harder. The harder the engine works, it produces more boost when it's under load because of the rejected heat. And then what ends up happening is the torque rises above the manufacturer's torque rating. So when we look at the formula torque rise, it's the peak torque. So any torque above that nominal number I said, for example, 500 foot-pounds of torque. So if we peak the torque above that, then we take it away from the torque at the rated RPM. So whatever the manufacturer says, so if we went to peak torque of 550, then we would subtract the torque at rated, which would be 500, for example. And then we always divide it by the torque at rated because that's the number that we have, that the manufacturer's established, that this engine will run in. So again, torque rise is the peak torque minus the torque at the rated value, and then we divide it by the torque at rated to give us our actual torque rise. All engines can run in a torque rise.